Hello, and welcome back to another Bio in the Shadow Realm video. Today we are doing things differently. Up until now I've been doing random games in the emulated series that caught my eye. Now I've decided to mix things up for the new year by initiating a theme. Whether it's genre or a certain weirdness to the games or something else entirely, we will now follow by these rules. With that out of the way, I would like to say that I've taken a look at the genre racing for the 3DS today, which means we'll be playing games on the 3DS emulator Citra. Citra has come a long way since it started in 2014. Back then it could only play a handful of games, but now it can play well over 300 games. But it all depends on whether or not the game is decrypted. If it's not, then Citra won't be able to read it. So, for the third time today, I know, I'm going on. I will be looking at 10 racing games for the 3DS via the Citra 3DS emulator. This is just a simple first look, you know. The things tend to be looking at today are how well the game runs in Citra, how the game controls, its racing controls, are they terrible, are they not terrible, how the game kind of looks aesthetically and graphically, even though it's not really that big of a deal if it ain't got particularly good graphics. It is 3DS, by the way. And what the game sounds like, because, when you're racing, you got to have a good soundtrack playing in the background as well. Really, whether it be licensed music or otherwise. Right? So some games run better than others, obviously, but we're going to try them anyway. There's only one game that I tried that just refused to work. It ran at 1 frame a second, which I obviously have taken out of this video, and that was Ben 10 Galactic Racing. So I would love to talk about Ben 10 Galactic Racing, but unfortunately the game does not run in the Citra emulator. I even played around with the settings, couldn't get it to run. Literally 1 frame a second. I can't play the game like that, can I? So without further ado, as I've run this intro long enough, let's crack on and have a look at some racing games for the Citra emulator. So first up, in this Citra Goes to the Races, I'm going to be looking at Aqua Moto Racing 3D, a Nintendo eShop game where you race jet skis, basically. It's pretty simple, it's pretty simplistic. You can see from this title screen, that's what we're on at the moment, the title screen, that it seems to be very simplistic. And with a good reason, because pretty much it's based off of an iOS game of the same name. So let me give you a little bit of information about the Aqua Moto Racing franchise. Yes, there is a franchise. No, I'm joking. It's less of a franchise, really. It's just... So originally you had the Aqua Moto Racing game, which came out in 2009 for iOS. Then you had Aqua Moto Racing 2 on iOS in 2010, and then you've got this game on the 3DS in 2013, Aqua Moto Racing 3D, and then finally you have Aqua Moto Racing Utopia, which was released on all systems pretty much, which we may look at some point in the future as part of maybe a PC random or something, or I don't know, Steam randoms or so, I don't know. Obviously, if you probably saw the video, if you haven't already, there's a video I did on the 1st of January 2022, basically highlighting changes that are going to be made for this year. And this style of video is one of them. I'm not doing randoms anymore. I'm doing specifically themed videos, because I prefer it. It makes it more coherent, in my opinion, than it just random games. So at least that's how I feel. But yeah. So Aqua Moto Racing 3D was developed and published by Zordix, released in October 10th, 2013. And obviously, as it is a 3DS game, if I need to show you the bottom screen, I'll just flash it up like so, if I need to. So, I actually have played this game before, because I had, basically, I'll tell you a story, right? I'll keep it as short as possible, because I don't like to go on and on and on. So I originally recorded individual videos for 3DS randoms because it was going to be a new series. Then I decided I wanted to change it and make it to be one video. But I didn't have the original video files anymore. So I downloaded the videos, because I already uploaded them on YouTube. downloaded the videos off YouTube to use in the video that's going to compile them all together, which looked fine at first, but then once you actually uploaded it to YouTube and had a look at the video, it looked like shit. And I was like, oh, that does not look good. But I had already deleted the individual videos off of the channel, so I was like, oh, well, what do? I can't re-record it, and then I decided, you know what? I'd rather do something like this, where it has a specific theme, and thus here we are now. So out of those 8 games that I was going to do for 3DS randoms, this is probably the only one I'm having to revisit, because my first Citra video I'm doing is based around racing. So that's fine. There was another racing game that was in that video that I was going to do, well, with that I did, but it has a PC version, and there's another video I'm probably going to do at some point. I'm not going to spoil and say what it is, but well, I'll instead have a look at the PC version. So, but anyway, let's jump into a quick race. We have Tropics, Greece, and Egypt. Yep. So 3 locations, but Greece and Egypt are locked. I'll give you a little look. So this is what we got. We got Egypt's locked, Greece is locked. So we can only do like at most 3 races, which is the same 3 races we did previously. So that's what we'll have to do. Oh, wrong one. And storm mode. Storm mode might be interesting for one of the races. Laps 3, AI difficulty, put up to medium, AI opponents 5, go. Yeah, it's now giving me the option to choose what jet ski, but there's only one available, so now we're going to race. The bottom screen's just a mini map with the riders, our riders and their positions. By the way, it didn't really give me an option, did it, to name myself? So we're just rider, by the way. Is there a particular reason why? Oh. Oh, that's gay. That's pretty gay. Just gonna restart the emulation. What? That's so weird. So basically, when you open up the Citra emulator, it normally comes up. It's similar to like RPCS3 and a few other emulators. It will come and say, "Oh, there's a new update out. Do you want to update?" So I update it. And for some reason, even though the buttons are mapped, I have to remap the buttons because it doesn't understand. Why do I have to remap the fucking buttons? I've never had to do this before. That's really shit. I'm having to remap the buttons. Because the A button worked after I remapped it. As you saw, I started moving. How stupid. Okay, for some reason, why did I have to remap the fucking buttons? I don't know. Alright, now we're back in again. Sorry about that. I don't mean to have... when I originally recorded this video, I didn't have an issue before. But that's the first time... That is the first time in the history of updating Citra where I've had to... Yeah, you go around the corners perfectly. By the way, like I said, I am familiar. how this game plays. Even with medium difficulty, they are not really an issue, are they? We do a little boost here. And we're already extremely far ahead. As you can see, the boost, it gives me the power. So if I go around these perfectly, it gives me meter for my boost anyway. Oh, I only got a great for that one. How unfortunate. Perfect again. Perfect again. And I'm really far ahead. I'm looking at the minimap down below and I'm just stupidly far ahead. There's a perfect opportunity in every single lap for me to use the boost and get so far ahead. I might have to put the fucking AI difficulty up. Because obviously I've played this game before, so I'm familiar with the controls, and it was recently. The controls are fine. They're fine for a jet ski, basically. If you're wondering, perfectly fine. Controls fine. It's just it's just a jet ski video game. It does reek a little bit of mobile. But, yeah, in terms of actually how it controls fine. Graphically, it's a bit basic, but... Alright, let's do the next race. We'll put the AI difficulty to hard to make it more interesting. Hopefully it does actually make them harder. There's tricks you can do as well, by the way. So, it came up saying that I can click on a trick. There we go. I got a $50 stunt bonus. I fell off there. So it definitely is a little bit harder. Well, they're putting up a little bit more of a challenge this time, at least. Oh. I managed to... Wow, okay, so I can dodge the ramp if I want to. By the way, I was moving the mouse because you've got to click, even though you use the control, you use these controls. I have to use the mouse to click on what trick I want to do. It's stupid. Yes, it is stupid. You don't get boost, I don't think. I think it only just gives you money. There you go. That's the harder tricks, by the way. So here you go. I'm showing you the trick. I think it is giving me a little bit more to my boost. But yeah, like I said, this game's pretty fine, if I'm honest. I've got no issues with this game whatsoever. It's fine. It controls well. It controls pretty well, if I'm honest. It's just, yeah. No issues whatsoever. There you go. I got an achievement. To think that 3DS games have achievements. So I came first, and I think the achievement was because I've did every single trick in a single race, maybe? Nice. Now we'll do the very final race, the Atoll race. But I'm going to turn Storm mode on, which I don't know what that's going to do. But we'll leave the AI difficulty at hard and just see what Storm mode is like. Oh. That looks a bit dangerous. It's rough. But it does give us... So, if you can time it right, you're better off... Oh god. Yeah. No, Storm mode's cool. I like it. I smashed right into that. I don't think I'm going to win this race, boys. But we'll try and get as much as I can so I can get a boost. Getting pretty big air. Max boost! Get out of my way, Rubabos! Fell off again. The storm mode definitely has a challenge. If you want to challenge, I guess. Does make it more difficult. If you're wondering. I don't think I did storm mode. Like I said, I don't remember doing storm mode. I'm doing the same trick again and again just because it's easier, or else I have to move my mouse. So it's not exactly easy because I'm having to. I keep smacking into the thing, and look at them. Everyone's struggling. It read that as me doing it on the ramp. Okay. Everyone's struggling, in all fairness. I fell off because I didn't click it soon enough. Fucking he knocked me off as well! What a cunt! Well, it's definitely not easy. Nope. Didn't get enough fucking air there to do that trick. Come on. God, it's not easy, is it? Oh god, I didn't mean to hit that. Fuck off. I'm pretty sure I made that, but okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Storm mode is a heap of shit. It just makes it quite difficult. That's all it is. You know, I didn't become last place, but I knew I wasn't going to win this race. I was like, yeah, this is not given. This is just shit. But then again, I say it's shit because I'm not having a good time because I find it difficult. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's fine. If you got really good at the game, then, you know, storm mode might be easy for you, but it's not a fun thing to have to deal with. Look at that. Big old storm. Yeah, Aqua Moto Racing 3D. It's okay for what it is. If you could pick it up on the if it was a fairly cheap title on the 3DS eShop, I don't think it's you know, you could really take issue with it, if I'm honest. So there we go. We still got like quite a few racing games to look at, so let's move on to the next one. All right.
The game just featured was Aqua Moto Racing 3D for the 3DS, developed and published by Zordix, released in October 2013.
Okay, so the next game we're looking at is Asphalt 3D. A series I'm not really familiar with, but I do remember Asphalt 3D being one of like the launch titles for the 3DS, I believe. So the Asphalt series in general is kind of hit or miss, I think, for most people. Most people, I think, would contest that the first two games are actually decent, or at least somewhat okay. And then after that, it just went downhill. Because I think they were originally intended for mobile, because the original Asphalt Urban GT was released for N-Gage, DS, and mobile. So it did come out for the DS, but and then same with Urban GT2, it came out N-Gage, mobile, DS, and PSP. And then you got Asphalt 4 Elite Race. Asphalt 3 was a mobile exclusive. Asphalt 4 was released on the DSi. Oh, it was released on the DS as DSiWare, and it has an okay rating. Asphalt 5 was only on mobile, on iOS or Windows Phone. Asphalt 6 was also like that. Then you had Asphalt 3D, you had Asphalt Injection on the Vita. And then from Asphalt 7 onwards, they've been on PC, generally speaking, with a few exceptions. The most recent one that they've done is Asphalt 9 Legends, which seems to be being released across all platforms pretty much, including Android and iOS. But obviously including also Switch, Xbox Series X, Xbox One. Oh, no PlayStation there then. Oh, so it was also released on PC. But yeah, this game has not got a very good Metacritic score though, Asphalt 3D, and I remember people saying it wasn't particularly good. But we'll have a look. At the end of the day, we're doing Citra Goes to the Races, so we'll see how it goes. That intro was a little bit like low frame rate, but that might be just how the FMV sequence is in the Citra emulator. The game should be fine. So this game was developed by Gameloft. The Gameloft are the ones who developed all the Asphalt games pretty much, and it was published by Ubisoft. It was released in March 22nd, 2011. So, as with all 3DS games, if I feel a need to show the bottom screen, I'll just flash it up. If in case you're wondering, yes, there is a title screen. It's not just a picture of a car. The title screen's on the bottom screen, so... Now let's have a look and hopefully it still remembers my controls are mapped. Yep, okay, it should be right. Activate, it's asking me about the Street Pass. Of course, I'm not going to activate it. You can't activate it anyway. Now, in terms of how that Mini looks on screen, it looks okay. It's reasonable. I'm going to be giving me three options: career, free race, and multiplayer. I'm going to be free race. There's race, ghost, vigilante, and high-speed chase. But we'll just do a normal race. Mini John Cooper works. Sorry. So he's... Okay. We got Nissan. Nismo. Okay. Ford Shelby. Oh, which is locked. So I got 3 cars I can pick from. There's also a Bentley. Oh God. Oh, there's some interesting... So there's a few vehicles. There's not too many, but there's a few. I'm going to go with Nissan, because I like Nissan. So we got 3 locations we can pick. All the locations after that are locked. I'll just give you a little gander. So there we go. There's all the locations you can pick. It looks like there's 9 in total. So, cool. Well, we got America, and Greece. So let's go Athens and Greece. Alright, let's see how this plays. Is it going to play well? Who knows? I imagine these are the more intensive games to play on the 3DS emulator, because they are racing games, but we'll see. Okay. Graphically, it's... Oh, there we go. There is music playing. Oh, they're fucking right off, aren't they? Didn't give me much of a chance to react or anything. Interesting. The handling is very, like, on point. I'm catching up now. What the hell was that? You see that? That was interesting. Very interesting racing game, this. Play my game. This fucking music's funny. Oh, fucking ram him out. Play my game tonight. Alright. That's what the music is. If you're wondering what my thoughts are playing this, is the handling is really weird. It feels incredibly jank. There's a certain jankiness to it that's really strange. I guess that's what other people thought as well, maybe? There's another game that we're hopefully going to be looking at in this video that came out, that was also a launch title. Oh! Got fucked. Which was also a launch title for the 3DS and was much, much better received as a racing game. Like, graphically speaking, it's okay. Wow. I'm crashing into cars because I'm just seeing, like, as you look at the fucking cars, there's jittering so much. Like I said, it might be the emulator, but it just feels like everything's jittering in this game. And sometimes, like, the cars that are coming at you, you know, the opposite you, you're gonna crash into, they just appear out of nowhere sometimes. Apparently that was a shortcut. But besides that, it's just kind of if I'm honest with you. Like, I can see why people... Like, that car, I didn't even see that car. I'm paying attention. What the fuck? He hit that? The AI ain't gonna hit cars, are they? Even though it would make more sense if they did. Oh, he hit a car. Like, it's quite easy to get used to the controls. That van just came out of nowhere. No way I was going to see that van. No fucking way I was going to see that van. He just came out of nowhere. Well, yeah, the rendering distance in this is fucking dog shit. Like, by the time I realize there's a car in front of me, I don't have enough time to react, and I hit it. I literally don't. Then there's the fact that the game's jittery as fuck, and the controls are jank. So the handling's like perfect. As you like, we'll have a look at this replay here, right? You see how the car's moving, like little bit to the right, little bit to the left. Like perfect handling, pretty much. Like how it goes up on the curve is just really fucking weird. It's very janky. I would say like the turning and the controls just stiff. I think stiff controls is the best way to explain them. Very, very stiff controls. Right. I don't really want to do another race. I'm already turned off of the game, really. But there is other modes, so I don't mind having a look at these. So we have Ghost. So I'll show you what the modes are. So these are the modes we got. We've got Race, Ghost, Vigilant, and High Speed Chased. Ghost, I imagine, is Time Attack or something similar. But we have Vigilant and High Speed Chase. So let's do Vigilant. And we'll have a go in the Mini. We'll do the red Mini. That seems to be quite common, and we'll go to San Francisco. So it says knock down your rivals to win. What is this, Burnout? What is this, fucking Burnout? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Alright. Oh my god. What else am I versing? That's a bit fucking unfair. Look at some of these cars. Yeah, right, am I catching up with them? They shouldn't. The AI shouldn't be using cars that are unlocked at like level 60. Fuck off. So I'm supposed to knock out the opponents here. Alright. But we're going to have the same issue we had previously. I'm going to end up hitting a car. So there's one of them. Whoa. Whoa. What the fuck? My Mini just did a jump. My Mini be jumping. Challenge failed. What for challenge? No boost? Oh, I'm going to have to use boost. I've knocked out one of them. One of them go goodbye. Oh, eliminated one of them. Nice. So I've got to, like, just eliminate everyone, basically. Fantastic. We should be able to do that. Here we go. There was no way of me seeing that fucking car. Why is it... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, right? The traffic doesn't serve anything. It's not like Burnout, where the traffic serves a purpose. Unfortunately, the controls are fucking dog shit. So, the traffic just serves as an inconvenience more than anything. Because of the traffic being dog shit. Because of the controls being dog shit. Like, you can't... You're in fucking boost. You're going up a hill. How the fuck are you supposed to react to anything? You can't. You physically can't react. Your opponent is going too fast anyway. Try to knock your opponent into something, and it just doesn't work. Oh. Did I... Oh, I got my 4 knockdowns. I guess I didn't have to knock down everyone. Fair enough. And I got cash for it. So it's basically like cheap man's Burnout. But incredibly shite. Okay. I don't like this game. I really don't. Like I said, the controls are stiff and horrible. There is a certain jitteriness to the game. It might be the emulator, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is how it ran on original hardware. Again, this is a 3DS launch title. It's not good. It really is not good. Like, look at it. Look at the bouncing. Like, the fucking world is bouncing. It's just so fucking disorientating. But I'm gonna call it there for Asphalt 3D. I don't really want to play any more of this. It's just... Yeah, it's fucking atrocious. I'm just gonna put it there. It's just not very good. So let's call it there, and let's move on to the next game, and hope the next games are even remotely better.
The game just featured was Asphalt 3D for the 3DS, developed by Gameloft and published by Ubisoft, released in March 2011.
Okay, so next we have ATV Wild Ride 3D. The music was quite loud, so I've had to turn it down in the game. Also, I don't know whether or not it's copyrighted. Like, I don't care if the video gets copyrighted, but if I have too many different tracks, then there's a chance that the video could get blocked, and I don't want that, because then it's a pain, because then I have to go back, I have to re-render the video, I have to remove the segment, re-render the video, and re-upload it, and it's a fucking pain, so I'd rather just find it, like, I haven't muted the music completely, I've just turned it down to a point where you might be able to just faintly hear it, very faintly. Yeah. So ATV Wild Ride 3D. Never even heard of this series before. I think it is based on a series. Or maybe not. There was another... Okay, so there was a game on the DS called ATV Wild Ride. It's developed by the same people. And then they did, I guess... Yeah, Wild Ride 3D. I don't think there's one after that. But this game is both developed and published by Renegade Kid and was released on the Nintendo eShop. So it was released in March 7th, 2013. So yeah, it's an ATV racing game. So as is with this video being based around racing games. As per usual, if I need to show you the bottom screen, I'll flash it up. This is just the main menu. So obviously we're going to do single player. I'm not going to do tutorial. I find it interesting. See, I always find it interesting, unless you have like vastly different mechanics than the standard racing game, I don't feel like racing games need a tutorial. It is literally your race. You want to race? You race. That's just how I do. I know. That's just how I feel. Like, there's certain games that don't need a tutorial, and then certain games that do. Like, I'm going to be looking at Nap's team at some point in the future. One of their most recent games, Baldo, doesn't have a tutorial, and apparently people are like, it needs a tutorial, because people had no fucking clue what they were doing. No clue whatsoever, and they didn't tell, and there was no tutorial in game to tell them, like certain mechanics of the game weren't even told. So yeah, I do believe that some games do need a tutorial, and it's unfortunate that some of the older games don't have a built-in tutorial. You had to rely on the manual, but then I've already talked about that before, about like when I was a kid, you didn't have manuals because all of my video games were pre-owned, and they were either just the disc, or if I was lucky enough to get the case, they didn't have a manual in it. So it became natural for me not to read the manual. A lot of people think that's crazy, but again, that's what I had when I was a kid. I didn't have the manual in most cases, so I didn't read it. It's not that I was opposed to reading. It's just that I didn't have the manuals. I didn't start getting manuals until I was in like PS2, and by that point, I'd already inherently don't read them, because I thought, well, I don't need to read them. Most games I was able to figure out on my own. There was a few games I wasn't able to figure out, but most games I was able to figure out on my own through trial and error. So I just didn't bother. So there you go. And I played a lot of RPGs on the PS2. Got through them without reading the manual. So, for me, now that we're in an age where tutorials are pretty much in pretty much every game, almost every game, I'm happy, because then you go. Because to me, it's you try the game. If you keep failing, and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Then you go to the tutorial. But they should at least give you a chance to try and learn the game yourself. Okay, we have 4 people we can pick from. There is a total of 12 riders I could pick from, but 8 of them are locked. So we'll go with Simon Jeremy because he's English. Why they pick that flag, I don't know specifically. I could pick. We have the pink one. No, I'll just give him his default, I guess. We're only doing a single race. Races 4, laps 3, CPU medium. Yeah, we'll just keep everything default. Let's go. Let's have a look what tracks we have. We have Mexico, we have England, we have Thailand. Interesting choice for a track. USA, Canada, Russia. Okay, is that all the tracks? That looks like all the tracks. All the tracks are unlocked from the get-go. That's pretty cool. I like it when they do that. We'll do England because obviously we're playing as an English. I am English. We're playing as an English ATV driver. Might as well race in England as well. We can pick. Oh, so each of the tracks has an extended version. Well, we'll just play the normal, see how long that goes. Okay. In case you're wondering, the bottom screen is literally just a mini-map, so it shows the track. Alright.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're gone! And whoa, did you see that AI? Where did they go? Where did they just... 2 of them just drove off into the wall. Fantastic AI. Alright. Oh god. Oh, hey! You gotta realise I gotta adapt. So there's a lot of drift. What I mean is that you drift around, you skid round corners. You're not really drifting because you're in the mud. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I was about to say I'm going to sneeze, but the sneeze wouldn't let me. Yeah, because we're obviously driving in mud. It's what is there a particular reason why the dude next to me is going where? Where? I think you can do tricks. Don't know. Oh, did you see him? Did you see the dude? I wish I could do an instant replay on that. Did you see that dude? He just fucking ate shit in that wall and then fucking teleported. Like, he hit the wall and then disappeared. He went into the fucking Twilight Zone. Alright. I want to point out that I didn't turn the music off completely. So it means that there's no music while you're racing. There's no way of me catching up with the everyone else. Why does he keep going woohoo? Is this... Did you hear him? And he, how is he faster than me? There's like a little meter below me in the bottom right, and I'm like, is that like a boost? What is that? I don't know how he's able to get faster than me. Not a clue. Again, I could say, should you play this tutorial? No. Play these games for like 10 minutes apiece. Like, I don't want to waste 10 minutes in the tutorial for me to stop playing. But in terms of controls, it's okay, it works. The controls are what I would expect for an ATV. It's not too... You don't turn too tightly, you do slide a little bit, but then again we are on mud, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't think... Well, maybe there's tricks. It's hard to say. I don't know, the sound effects are fine. We'll do a new track. We'll do Thailand and we'll do the extended Thailand. Oh, dear me. I'm making all sorts of noises today. Whoa! Hey! Sorry. Whoa, hey! What you doing? Boogaloo. I love how... Oh, God! Oh, you do reset. Oh, I thought it was that way. I didn't think it was the other way. I wasn't looking at the arrows, if I'm honest with you. It just felt natural to turn left. It didn't feel natural to turn right. Yeah, so it's again, it's just an ATV racing game. There's nothing special about it, if I'm honest. There isn't though, is there? There's nothing special about it. Besides everyone going, woo! I love that. They're doing it for like no reason. There's no explanation of why they're doing it whatsoever. I don't no clue why they're doing it. I'm actually somewhat keeping up with them this time. I don't get what the woohoo is. Are they all Mario? Am I versing 4 Marios here or 3 Marios? I don't know. But there's no jitteriness to this game as there was with fucking Asphalt 3D. That was fucking jittery as fuck. This game's just pretty fluid. Graphics are okay for what they are. It's just fine. It's just an ATV racing game. There's nothing more about it. There's nothing more going on. It's not trying to fucking reinvent the wheel, and I'm stuck on a tree. Lovely, I'm not winning the race now. Get stuck on a tree once. Get stuck on a tree once and that's it. Oh no, I'm back in first place again. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, they are. They are getting some kind of boost or something. I have no clue though. It doesn't really matter. Whoa! I win anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's just a basic ATV racing game. There's nothing special about it. It's just fine. It's like, I'm gonna try one more mode, because there is a freestyle mode. I don't know what the freestyle mode is like. But I'm just going to pick the 3-star mode. Alright, we'll do Mexico. What does the freestyle mode mean? We're in freestyle. Perform tricks to get the highest... So there is tricks in the game.
2, 1, go!
And there is a boost, if you time it correctly. Okay. So I'm supposed to perform tricks, right? I don't know how I'm supposed to even perform tricks. Ah! Okay, so you use the R and L buttons to perform tricks. Or maybe we'll see. Yeah. It's the R and L button to perform tricks. Maybe that's where they got their boost. Yeah. I think this puts up the boost meter. Slightly. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Belly. Whoa, Nelly. Splendito, manito. My quadito. You watch it, boy. Look, Mom, 3 o'clock. What? What's that about? Look, Mom, 9 o'clock. Is that what the trick's called? Fucking strangeness. Westward heel. There's only an exit. Skyward Faith. Don't know how they're able to get 4,000 points. Yeah, you can only perform one trick in the air, and yet these people are getting like 4,500 points. I'm looking at the bottom screen.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like you can't. There's no way. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Okay, so you're better off just performing the higher tricks. I think that's what they're doing. Ah, so it is a boost. I missed that jump. Look, man, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, didgeridoo. So yeah, it is a boost. You might as well just do the same trick. Certain tricks are 250 points, and other tricks are 500, so you might as well just do the 500 tricks. The 500 points. Oh, I did the trick, but it didn't read the bottom prompts. I must have done it too early. Or something. Repeat. Oh, you get things for repeats as well. Okay. Oh no, it's almost ended, but I've had enough. So the freestyle mode is basic as well. So it's just, again, it's an eShop racing title. It's basic. It's fine. You know, if it was $5 on the eShop, I don't think people would really complain too much anymore. But I guarantee you, it would have cost more than that. Probably $15, I'd imagine. Not worth that. Definitely not. But yeah, there you go. So that was ATV Wild Ride 3D. It's just a mediocre ATV racing game. That's all it is. So yes, let's jump on to the next game then, shall we?
The game just featured was ATV Wild Ride 3D for the 3DS, developed and published by Renegade Kid, released in March 2013.
Alright then, so the next game we're going to be looking at is Bike Rider DX. Now, we were going to look at Ben 10 Galactic Racing, but it just doesn't work. It runs at like 1 frame a second on the Citra emulator, so it's unfortunate. It is what it is. What can I do about it, you know? So, I'll have to replace that with something else, but we'll move on to Bike Rider DX. So this is a Nintendo eShop title, developed by Lereno Soft, published by Spicy Soft Corp, and was released on August 1st, 2013. I don't really know what to expect with this. The screenshots remind me of like that Line Rider game you used to have back on Miniclip back in the day. But it may not be like that. So we'll do with no finish line, we'll face this endurance test to see how far you can get. Oh, okay. We'll do Grand Prix. Okay. Oh, it's one of these types of games. In case you're wondering, this game did come out on iOS. So... okay. We'll do the world tour then. It's one of these types of games. Yeah, again, this came out on Android and iOS as well, so... I actually had quite a few games. A sequel and a third game as well. So we'll do the... We are in the France. Very good. Yeah, it's very clearly a mobile game. That's fine. It's a different kind of racing game, you could say. It is borderline when it comes to, is it a racing game? It is kind of borderline. But I would still say so. You got to get to the finish. I will admit, though, it's quite short. And in case you're wondering, I know I didn't say like I normally do, but that's the bottom screen. I don't feel like I need to show you the bottom screen. Literally nothing was on the bottom screen. Like, it's just the logo. And it was the same for the title screen. And it's the same for the main menu. It was just literally like black screen logo. That's it. With maybe like the controls of how to navigate the menu. So, yeah, I don't really see a need to show you the bottom screen or even mention it in this case. So... yeah, like I said, it's okay. The screen might be quite big for you, but the screen's very small for me because obviously I'm playing it on the Citra emulator. I see both screens at the same time, both the bottom and the top screen, same time. Oh no, I missed that coin. Very difficult for me to get that coin though. Don't know how I would get it, but I don't care. I do not see myself spending much time with this game. I'm just going to warn you right now. It's very simple. It's a little bit disorientating actually, the color palette and color scheme. I find that it kind of a little bit blends in with the background, but it might be because the dude is so fucking small. Am I the only one thinking this? But my god, is my fucking playable character small as fuck. And he just makes it difficult to see. It just is. I don't know what it is. It's the color palette of the background with the foreground, with the fact that my guy I'm playing as is so fucking small. I feel like if I played this on the real 3DS hardware, I'd have to put the 3DS right up to my fucking eyes, which is not good. Just so I can keep an eye on the little man. Am I supposed to dodge them? Why are they here? Get off the road. Oh, he died. Missed that one. Yeah. We unlock stage 2, Alps. And if I'm honest with you, I'm done with the game. I know. I'm sorry. I know I haven't hit the normal threshold, but this is really not my type of game. It's like that Flappy Bird fucking nonsense. I just could not, honestly. I really couldn't. Like, if you like this kind of game, fair enough, but it's really not my type of game. It is very vaguely racing, but it's what came up when I looked up racing games. Apparently, it counts as this one as a racing game on Game FAQs. Eh. Like, in a certain sense, yes, but in a certain other sense, no. But I will still include it. It's fine. but I just haven't played much of it because I don't feel like I just don't want to play any more of it. I've seen what the game's got. It's one of these types of games. Yeah, basically. So that was Bike Rider DX. Let's move on to the next game. I've had enough of this one.
The game just featured was Bike Rider DX for the 3DS, developed by Linearsoft and published by Spacesoft Corp. Released in August 2013.
Okay, so our next game that we're looking at is Crash City Mayhem. Not familiar with this game. It's developed by Climax Entertainment, published by Majesco, and released in July 2nd, 2013. But this game is actually related to a series that I've looked at before. Not the entire series, but I've looked at a game in that series, and that series is Runabout. So this game is known as Runabout 3D Drive Impossible in Japan, and it's related to the Runabout series. I guess Runabout is kind of dead, I guess. So as a series, so I guess it makes sense why they would just not bother. But yeah, I don't. Maybe that's the reason why they called it Crash City Mayhem, because like, there's no point calling it Runabout 3D. No one knows what Runabout is anymore. And I'm not surprised because the original Runabout, so Runabout 1 and 2 came out on the PlayStation 1. The original Runabout game was not called Runabout in the West at all. In both America and Europe, it was not. It was called Felony 1179. Don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's a code that the police use in America. I don't know. The second game, on the other hand, was called Runabout 2, which makes no sense because it does make me laugh a little bit. Like, they called it Runabout 2 in America and Europe, even though like the first game wasn't called Runabout in the West. So people are going to be like, "Oh, this is Runabout 2. Where's Runabout 1? Oh, it's called this." Well, how am I supposed to know that? Back then, you wouldn't have known those things. Consistency, something that game publishers don't like to do. Localization teams don't like to do. It would have been better off them calling it Felony 1179 too, really. But then again, that would make no sense. They did a better job with the next game, which was released on the Dreamcast. They called it Super Runabout San Francisco Edition, which, or it was called Super Runabout the Golden State in Europe and Super Runabout in Japan. That's fine. Call it Super Runabout. That's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then you got Runabout 3 Neo Age, which is the game I've looked at before, which was a part of the Simple 2000 Ultimate Series. It was Volume 9. And it was originally planned to be released in America, but was cancelled. It was released in Europe, and in Europe it was released as Runabout 3 Neo Age. But it was originally planned to be released in America, but was cancelled. In America, it was going to be called Super Runabout New York Edition. So, and then skip ahead. Keep in mind that Runabout 3 Neo Age came out in like 2002. Skip ahead 10 years, you've got Crash City Mayhem. Like I said, it's understandable that they wouldn't have called it Runabout because, again, no one knows. It's such an obscure series in the West. Like the fact that they called it that even in Japan. I guess in Japan, like some people might remember it, but in the West, it's even more of an obscure series. So, oh, that music kicked in, didn't it? So straight away, it's putting us into the tutorial. If you don't know what Runabout is, it's a type of racing game where you kind of like cause destruction as you go around. At least that's why. One of the things you could play as in Runabout 3 Neo Age was a tank. Just go around causing fucking mayhem. And it was great. So, I don't know. But again, that might have been an exclusive thing for Runabout 3. I don't know. This game might be different. Again, I forgot to say, if I need to show you the bottom screen, as it's a 3DS game, I'll just flash it up like so. Obviously, don't need to. I had no reason to, so... So let's see what this is about. I'm a freelance courier. And I don't know if it's because people I know used to be a spy, but I always seem to get the messy jobs. Sentences? Did that previous sentence mean anything? Was that Alright. I can drive anything with wheels, though, so I've managed to make it this far. What the fuck is this line of talking? I can go anywhere, I can drive anything with wheels. Fine. Comma. Though, comma. So I've managed to make it this far. That's not a coherent sentence. Fuck off. You gotta start from zero with anything in life, even cars. Hit the gas by pressing the B button. That'll move you forward and get going faster. Slow the car or stop by pressing the Y button. Next up is your target zone. Be around the icon and blah 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 blah. I did read that, by the way. Okay. Hit the target zone. Are you sure you got... Yep. Yeah, I'm good. Can we skip this? You're showing me how to turn. Oh, look. How would I have known to do this? Yeah, and you get prices for if you break stuff, basically. Yeah, you're gonna show me some more bullshit. I'm not interested. Go to target zone. Okay, no problem. I'll follow the marker for the target zone. Okay. I hit the banner, hit the guardrail. No problem. Just cause as much destruction as possible, which I don't think is the key of the game, but something you can do. Don't I could. Oh, apparently the tree doesn't cost nothing. No problem. There we go. We hit the goal area. Graphically speaking, the game is okay, I guess. Generally speaking. Yeah, complete. Fantastic. Alright, so now we can start the game. Interesting. So this has episodes, kind of like Driver. Oh, so I like our goal. Get the gold watch. Someone wants to get the gold watch to the embassy in a fake police van. Get to it before it's too late. All right. Oh, we can pick a car to drive. We can do the patrol car. We can do the Viper or the scooter. By the way, on the bottom screen it shows pictures of keys. That's fantastic. Let's do the cop car, because why not, you know. Seems to be a little bit slower, but... yeah, automatic. It seems interesting, this game. It does play a lot like, at least at the moment, a lot like Runabout 3, so... or here I come. My patrol car with no fucking siren. Oh, so there's like cutscenes in the game, but they're really terrible cutscenes. I'm good. I'm good. So our target is that. So we need to steal the gold watch from the van. The question is where's the van? So we're just following like a track. There is a little bit of frame dip every now and then. Every now and then. So there's the target. Oh. Oh, the sound decided to fucking crunch. Didn't see that. By the way, the Y button being brake is stupid. I instinctively go for the A button. Well, the A button should be go and the B button should be brake, but I won't go there. Wow, that's sound crunching. So the game doesn't run perfectly then in the emulator. Runs okay though, doesn't it? At the end of the day. Controls could be a little bit better. Well, it doesn't seem to control fantastic. Hello, my boy. Get ready to be Kabongo! Kind of just feels like, I guess like I tell you exactly what this game reminds me of. And it feels like, but more of like a budget version. Driver. This feels a lot like Driver. Like the original Driver, but it's budget. You know, go from where you completed missions and you went from one location to another location. That's what it honestly feels like. Just feels like a budget driver. Budget driver. But like I said, the controls aren't particularly good. If I'm honest with you. Oh yeah, there's a ramp there. We could have caused some damage, but nah. Someone's chasing me, by the way. I don't know who it is, but someone's chasing me. Oh, I thought that was the end. Oh. I think we got a wanted level. I thought someone was chasing us. But yeah, it feels like a budget driver. That is the best way for me to describe this game. Just that I can also, like, crash into things. What are you doing? I don't know. What am I doing? But obviously, Driver plays better. Driver plays way better than this. Of course that was going to happen. I would like to remind you, right? The turning in this is absolutely fucking atrocious. It is so bad. Like, the turning is non-existent. Like, again, that's why I say it's a budget driver. It really does feel like I'm playing Driver. Goodbye. It really does feel like I'm playing Driver. Yeah, it really does feel like I'm playing a budget Driver. But the controls are just not as good. The controls are nowhere near as good as Driver. And Driver got it right the first time. So yeah, so like destroying things and telling you how much they cost and all that to destroy, and there's also like set pieces, so it is very similar to Neo Age, but you know, there's a potential there, but there's better games out there, really. It's okay for what it is, but like I said, the turning and the drifting, I think maybe you just got to get used to it, but it's not good. It's not very fluid, is what I would like to say. It's very stiff. But I will call it there for Crash City Mayhem. And yeah, let's move on to the next game.
The game just featured was Crash City Mayhem for the 3DS, developed by Climax Entertainment and published by Majusco, released in July 2013.
Okay, so the next game we're looking at is Driver Renegade. So it's funny how we were literally just talking about Driver. And here is the next game, Driver Renegade. I believe this is a parent game to Driver Parallel Lines. Is it Parallel Lines? I get my Driver games confused because literally I played Driver 1 and 2 and then that's it. I think I had a go at Driver 3 and it was terrible. No, I'm getting them mixed up. Parallel Lines is a different one. San Francisco. There we go. So I believe this is the parent game to Driver San Francisco, which I haven't played. Apparently it's quite good. I should try and play it at some point. And obviously, like I said, this is called Driver Renegade. Their previous game, which was Driver Parallel Lines, did also have a parent game, and that was Driver 76 on the PSP. So, but since San Francisco, which I don't think sold particularly well. This whole entire series is owned by Ubisoft, by the way. They haven't really tried to make another driver game, which is unfortunate. But I guess it is what it is. But yeah, this game is developed and published by Ubisoft. It was released in September 6th, 2011. And it doesn't seem to be, based on what I'm looking at in terms of Metacritic score, it doesn't seem to be received very well. So out of curiosity, let's have a look at the user. User score is not that much better, really. Okay. I always like to look at that, to see what other people's opinions are like, both critic and user alike. To me, everyone's a critic at the end of the day. So, there's no difference. Oh, that music loop just reset. Take your own profile picture. Oh, interesting. I was going to say, like usual, if I feel like I need to show you the bottom screen, I'll just flash it up like so. But like I was saying, I'd take your own picture. There you go, black screen it is then. So I guess they wanted to utilize the camera for one thing. So we have story mode, career, garage, options, and street pass. That's what we're given. So in case you're wondering, this is the options we're giving at the bottom. Career and story mode are the same, aren't they? Guess we'll do career. Your career as an underground racer is about to begin. Win races and complete challenges to level up. Well, okay, we'll do that. Do you want to activate the street pass? No. I want to just stipulate, like, a lot of people say, right, oh, you haven't played the story mode, so how would you... I'm literally playing the game for 10 minutes, so I'm going to pick career and I'm just going to do a couple races, because my goal of this is, how well does the game play? How well does the game play in the Citra emulator? In the Citra 3DS emulator? Are the controls okay? Does the driving work? The story is non-existent. This is the reason why you don't ever see me cover RPGs. Like, there's a few instances where, like in Bioclassics, I talked about them, but that's because it was Bioclassics and I was already familiar with them. So even though I didn't show much gameplay, I talked about them a lot. But normally I don't look at the story for games. It's just does it work in the Citra emulator? Yes. Does it control okay? You know, these are the questions I'm asking. I'm not playing these games with the intent to want to play them to completion. But if I find a game that I really like from just playing 10 minutes of it and being like, wow, I really like this, then I might be interested in looking back at it. Select radio, rock, techno, funk, all styles. I can pick a radio. Let's do all styles. Give me a mixture. Now we get to pick our car. There's 50 cars to pick from. Obviously, they're not all going to be unlocked, but... Oh! Only one of them is unlocked. Fantastic.
Three, two, one, go!
Alright, straight into the game. So the bottom screen's a mini-map, by the way. So we're doing a race. Graphically speaking, the game looks okay. The arrow's not... Oh, God. The arrow's not very helpful, is it? So the arrow's pointing to the finish line, I believe. Do you mind? Oh, get fucked. Ah!
I need to go to the garage.
What garage? Oh, okay, I see the garage. So... if you smash into things, okay. The garage down here. Oh, there's the garage. So my car is now fixed. Right, so there is a goal that you've got to reach. Turning's not great. So that was the race. A completely unconventional race, by the way. So I guess we have a kind of open world area, and instead of creating like tracks, it just tells you get to this location. That's the race. Okay. Can we do another? Okay, yes, we can. Can we do another race? Alright, so we can do Freedom Racing 2. Alright. Wow, did you just see the zoom out of that map? That map looked very similar to Vice City. Just to how it looked, like, on a map. So yeah, what it is like literally, you start the race, and your goal is to reach a location before everyone else, really. So, it doesn't really matter how you get there. Like, quite literally, I'm gonna go this way. The game runs okay in the emulator. It's not running at 30 frames a second, by the way. It's running at currently 25 frames a second. So there is a little bit, but it's okay. Oh my god, really? I didn't hit it! Was the hitbox really that bad? Fucking hell. Was the hitbox really that bad? I was certain I hit that corner perfect, but apparently not. I gotta arrive first. Suck it. I'm pretty sure I hit that fucking corner perfectly. I was watching it, and yet I hit something. I hit the wall, but I was pretty sure I was an X amount of distance away from the wall. I don't know. It's really weird racing. The controls are kind of meh, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, I feel like this game's probably similar to the old style of driver games. I don't think San Francisco necessarily might be like that, but again, it's a game I want to play at some point. Don't know when I'll get a chance to play it, but yeah, if I'm honest with you, I don't really want to play anymore. Like some of these racing games, I get like that. I'm like, I've played it, like, it does look like I don't know, this got gold in that one, but I just feel like it's like the racing's okay, the graphics are okay, it's just kind of eh. Like the unconventional race, it's unconventional racing because it's like get to this location before everyone else. That's all it is. So you can take any way you wish, any way you want, really, which is fine. You know, that could be unique in some regard, but it's just they're using the open world map to do that. It's just an extra mode they've added. Probably the story mode's better. But I guess, as again, based on the Metacritic in that and the user score, a lot of people just thought this game was kind of eh. But yeah, I'm not really interested in playing any more of it, if I'm honest. So that was Driver Renegade. Yeah, sorry about that. If I don't feel like playing any more of a game, I'm not going to force myself to continue playing at the end of the day. So, and we'll move on to the next game.
The game just featured was Driver Renegade for the 3DS, developed and published by Asphalt, released in September 2011.
Oh my. Okay, so our next game we're going to be looking at is this nonsense. Monster gotta get over this. Monster High Skultimate. Sounds like a Japanese word. A roller maze. I think it's a rollerblading racing game, believe it or not, based off some series I'm not familiar with. Monster High. I think that's like a. Is that like kind of like Bratz? Or it's just some stupid bloody like show for girls, I guess. Oh no, don't get me wrong. There's some good girl shows, I guess. You know, I don't know how to word that, but you know what I mean. But Bratz was just kind of like, what the fuck? It was just stupid. Same thing as like if they did a Barbie series. It was just stupid. I imagine this to be the same. Like this image does not instill confidence within me. Looks like a bunch of like girlfriends all hanging out at the mall. You know, I got these attractive monster boys. Some stupid bullshit. That's what I mean. Is like there's some good. Like I guess that Powerpuff Girls was technically aimed towards girls. I enjoyed Powerpuff Girls. That was good shit. That was some good shit right back there when I was a kid. So, but yeah. So this game came out on the DS and the Wii as well as the 3DS. We're looking at the 3DS version. It's developed by Game Machine Studios, published by Little Orbit, and was released in March 7th, 2013. Just looking at Game Machine Studios. I always like looking at the developer. Wow, they really did not develop much. So they started in 2010 with Barbie Groom and Glam Pups. They then did Barbie Jet Set and Style. Then they did Monster High. Then they ported Monster High and Barbie Groom and Glam Pups to the 3DS. They then did Monster High 13 Wishes. And then finally in 2014 they did Disney Violetta Rhythm and Music. Apparently they were also going to be doing a Cartoon Network backlot party game. Which actually sounds like it would be a lot of fun. That sounds like the only decent game they could have been in the well, they don't know how if it would have been good. But it's a party mini game. Video game, which, you know, having a Mario Party with Cartoon Network characters, that's pretty cool. If they actually did it correctly and not bloody cheaped out on it. That's the problem with a lot of these fucking video games based off cartoons and that. They tend to cheap out on them. So, okay. I guess we should jump into this magnificent game, right? Absolutely magnificent. Fuck off. Thing. Frankenstein. Oh my god. I think I'm going to die. Alright, race. Claudine Wolf. Draculaura. Oh my fucking god. Could you not come up with just unique names? Like, this is the problem with these shows. It's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the market, I'm going to be putting it in there, the market that this show is geared towards, right? They ain't going to fucking know what Dracula is. So why do you got to call it Draculaura? Who cares? What's Claudine? Claudine? Because, oh, it's a wolf, got claws. Like, could you just give them normal names? Why does it have to be? I don't know. Why do they have to go with stupid names? Abdominal. Oh my god, because abdominal. Laguna Blue. Rebecca Steam. Boy, these are some shit names. These are some fucking shit names. Alright.
The story about me. I wonder what the story about me. I went to the charger before we started. Wonder what the surf's like today.
Laguna Blue.
Sitting around watching the others have fun.
So this one's Rochelle Goyle. Gargoyle.
I cannot shake the feeling that I'm late for something. I'm happier than a zombie squirrel in a grave full of acorns.
Oh god, these voices. Operetta. Oh god.
Any monster want to go in on 10 pizzas?
Abby had a little yak, little yak, little yak.
Is that her voice? What the fuck is wrong with this show?
No, my helmet does not come with a little castle and diver.
A little castle and diaper? Little castle and diver? What?
Huh, I wonder if Claude has any food over there. Yo, Claude! I bet all the ghouls are wondering what I'm doing now.
So,
Don't worry about me.
these fucking voices.
Any monster?
Don't worry about
I don't know.
Any monster?
Abby,
I'm happier than a zombie
Let's pick this
squirrel in a
weirdness.
grave full of acorns. Wonder what the surf's
And we'll
like.
have...
I better go get ready for my driver's test. Does this outfit make me look does this outfit make me
So
look
that's Claudine.
Does this outfit make
And then you had Draculaura.
Abby,
Any monster want to go in on 10 pizzas?
You got a #1 hit on your hands now.
What a what weird characters. Weird stereotype characters. Okay. Scariest Gloom Beach. Let's do this one. I can already tell this is gonna be absolute dog shit. I can tell. I don't even need to play the game. You just automatically know it's gonna be fucking terrible. Well, the source material it's based off seems to be fucking terrible. I'm not like normally I would look up and have a look at Monster High and what it is, but I really just don't want to look it up. Oh. Okay, that's weird, but okay. Oh, obviously I was pressing the A button, thinking that the A button would allow me to go. No, it's the R button. You press R. Because of course you would. Get out of my way, bimbos. So yeah, it controls the bat as well as I'd imagine it would control. Change skaters? How do I do that? Oh, there we go. So you work together with a team of skaters. And the whole entire reason why you do that. But that's just fucking that's just like more steps, more unnecessary steps. So if you're wondering how it controls about as well as you'd expect. Again, it's rollerblading game. It's not going to have car controls. It's a little bit meh. Is that like a special? I don't know. Booyah! Is this like a textbook? What is this? It's like a green shell. I can't shoot it backwards, which is just about as helpful as you'd imagine. So yeah, so why? I'm gonna put it out there. You have 3 skaters in your team. I'm so far ahead, by the way. You have 3 skaters in your team, all with like a stamina bar. And when they run out of stamina, then you've got to like change characters. Why? Why is that a thing? What? Take that, ghoul! Why would that be an insult? But why would that be an insult? If you're horror characters, calling you a ghoul would necessarily be a compliment, would it not? I don't know. I'm just maybe I'm looking too much into it. Yeah, maybe I'm looking too much into it. So coffins are lockers, because of course they are.
Smell you later.
Yeah, you heard him. Smell you later. They are catching up to me, but still. But in case you're wondering, the bottom screen is a mini map, as well, of the circuit, as it normally is in racing games.
Booyah!
Booyah! I'm a booyah! Yeah, booyah, booyah. Fucking hell. You do wonder sometimes. But yeah, the graphics are as bare bones as you'd probably expect, and then there we go. So we've seen like the 2 girls special, so we see the dude special, I guess. We'll change into the dude in a minute. I'm only doing 1 race. This is not good. Alright, let's go. Oh, he just howls and then gets faster. And there we go. Winners. And back to the main menu. I did quick race in all fairness. So, because all of the options, in case you're wondering, were on the bottom screen. So what's my 2 cents on this game? It's just a cash grab. It's just a cheaply made cash grab video game. That's all it is. It's made to popularize on a TV show that would have been airing at the time. Like I said, these guys are not Blast Entertainment. You know, they probably would have marketed it and released this game when the TV show was airing or had just finished airing or something like that. Probably while it was airing, I'd imagine. So it is just a simple cash grab. The controls are not very good. You know, it's very basic. It plays kind of like a cheaply made kart racer, but again, you're on rollerblades. Why specifically rollerblades? Maybe one episode of the show had them on rollerblades. They've done that before. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was. It would have been better if they were just in karts or something, but you know, I guess they wanted to be a bit more unique and have it be rollerblades for some fucking godly reason. Some ungodly reason. So yeah, so there you go. That was Monster High Skull Baba Booba Deeby Baba Roller Maze. Or Roller Maze, not race, Roller Maze. So yeah, what a terrible game. Don't play it, ever. Let's move on to the next one.
The game just featured was Monster High Skultimate Roller Maze for the 3DS, developed by Game Machine Studios and published by Little Orbit, released in March 2013.
Oh, this title screen looks fantastic. Okay, so this is the next game we're looking at. Race to the Line, which already looks fantastic. Just this title screen alone instills confidence within me. Right? Oh dear. Okay, so I'm a little bit curious about this game actually. So this is the name of the game in America, by the way. Race to the Line. And there's something interesting about the game. So the game originally came out in Europe first as Chevrolet Camaro Wild Ride. Specifically released as that for some reason. I don't know why. It also got and that came out in 2011. It then got re-released in 2013. Why, I don't know. Maybe because it was coming out in America at that time. Because that's what it did. It came out in 2013 in America as Race to the Line. But apparently at some point they were planning to release it as Chevrolet Camaro Wild Ride in America. But I guess they maybe couldn't secure the rights in America, so they just called it Race to the Line instead and released it on the Nintendo eShop, not giving it a physical release. Like I said, that was in November 2013. It says this game is developed by Storm City Games. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Storm City Games are a publisher, they're not a developer. So I'm very curious to find out who actually developed the game. But I don't think there's a back cover. No, there's no back cover. The game was published by Enjoy Gaming in Europe. And like I said, it says it's developed by Storm City Games, but I am fucking certain it's not developed by Storm City Games. Like if you list them as a developer, they haven't developed that many games. I'm pretty sure what it is that people haven't put in the they haven't actually put in the proper developer in GameFAQ, so it just defaults to fucking Storm City Games being both the developer and publisher, which is not always the case. That's another company I want to look at some point. Storm City Games, they do release some fucking shit. But unfortunately, there was nothing. It was literally straight to the title screen. So, and there's nothing from what I can see on the title screen that's giving it away. So the only way to really know who developed this game is to probably have the game's manual. Like, who's going to have a physical copy of this game? And who's going to care? So, the reason why I say it looks a bit interesting is because obviously, look at this bottom screen. This looks very similar to a certain other... You know what I mean? Just the way it's presented. Road Racer and Black Car. They're the two I have to choose from. Fantastic. black car then. Okay, we're going racing, boys. I guess we just go straight into it then. Whoa. Oh, that's some PNG shit. Oh, we're all black cars together. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god, this plays like dog shit. Oh god! Oh god, the turning is horrendous. Bullshit! This has got to be developed by some fucking. Do they just float? Oh god, the controls, the turning is absolutely horrendous. And then there's the physics. Like, they can ram you off the road. Well, I can do the same to them in all fairness, but... Oh god! You get shit like this. This is fantastic. You see me slamming into the wall? Oh god, oh god. You see me slamming into the wall? That is an ever so slight analog press to the right or the left. Ever so fucking slight. And yet it fucking goes whoop. Oh great, this is fantastic. So graphically, not particularly fantastic. The racing car physics are horrendous. Oh god. They're just not good. I don't think I'm going to win this race, boys. Oh. Oh, God. Are you kidding me? They couldn't even get the fucking camera sorted? Look. Oh, God. It swings back round because they couldn't get it fucking set up correctly. Holy shit. Get out of my way! You fucking Digimon, get out of here! You fucking... Camaro, Chevrolet Belebu, get out of my way. I am the true master of the Chevrolet. Yeah, it's a cheap budget racing game, and it plays like something developed by Brain in a Jar. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you could tell me that Brain in a Jar developed this, and I'd believe you. I would fucking believe you. But unfortunately, unless I actually obtain a physical copy of this game, there's no way of me knowing. Well, there's always eBay. I could always check eBay. That's always an option. Could always check it out. I might do that once I've had enough of racing this. I can tell by what just have one race and then I've had enough. Get out of here. Get out of here. Slam you into the wall. Because it's a feature. Oh god. The fucking turning is so like pinpoint fucking perfect. It's so weird. No wonder this didn't come out and... No wonder this got released as like fucking... something else in America. Because... you gotta realize Chevrolet is not particularly, I guess, I don't know about other countries, but in the UK, we don't really see people driving Chevrolet. So I feel like they probably just didn't care about their image. But when it came to America, they probably had some play testers for the game, and they're like, "Oh, this is dog shit. No, this isn't having a Chevrolet brand," which is obviously Chevrolet is much more prominent in America. We're not having the brand in that. We're not having it branded that way. It's a shit game or whatever. I don't know what they would have said, but they definitely basically said no. So they had to obviously call it something else, and they didn't get the big marketing push that they thought they would get, which would have allowed them to release it physically. So they had to release it digitally on the eShop as something else completely different. Race to the line. Where even am I? Where is this? Like, it didn't even tell me where we're racing. It just put us somewhere. Like, the architecture. There's a castle there. There's fucking temples we're going through. Where the fuck am I? Am I in Japan? China? What the fuck? Where the fuck am I right now? I'm just looking at the mini-map. One dude just got fucking absolutely slammed. Oh, I'm gonna win this race, from the looks of things, unless something goes catastrophically wrong. Oh, we're in Japan, that's where we are. I just realized from the fucking billboards. Why is Japan the first place? Again, it's Chevrolet. Wouldn't think Japan will be, You ranked first. Well done. You have done really well. There we go. Are you gonna chuck me into another race? Of course it is, because that's what we want. Chucked into another race. Oh, what the fuck? You see that? He's coming for my ass. Look at him. Trying to ram me off the road. Get out of here, you fucking didgeridoo. Trying to ram me off the road. Fuck you. Yeah, come on. Let's destroy these other cars. He's still fucking stuck back there, by the way. He's still stuck back there. I'm looking at the minimap. He hasn't moved. He's like giving up. Get out of the road, boy. Get out of the road. Yeah. Get out of the fucking road. This is my road, bitch. I'm just fucking slamming into them. That's what they're doing. He is giving up, by the way. I'll be curious to see what position he's in as I come around. Like, I wish I could, like, stop for a second just to show you the minimap. Like, the dude I fucking absolutely rammed and I turned his car the wrong way around, he's still there. Oh, no, he's moved. He's moved. Ever so slightly. He's still trying to figure it out. Oh, he's going the wrong way. He's coming for me. Oh no, he's turned himself around. Okay, he's figured it out. He's figured it out. He was going back on himself for a second there. He's like, it's like the AI couldn't, because I turned him the opposite way around. It's like the AI couldn't figure it out. It's like, what the fuck? The AI's like, no, this is not the direction I'm supposed to be facing. Drives forward a bit. I don't know how to figure this out. Big hum in the big hum house. The only other, like, grievance I have against this fucking game is the races are too long. Like, if the races were shorter, I think I'd enjoy it more, because you'd enjoy the stupidity of the controls. I would. That's at least how I would feel. You'd enjoy how stupid this game controls. Like, the turning. Look at that turning! Like, imagine if you could turn like that in real life. You'd fucking crash all the time, because it would be so disorientating if you turn like that in real life. You just go and turn around the corner. You know, you don't skid, you don't drift, nothing happens, you just turn. No matter what speed you're doing, you can't flip the car. You can be doing 200 miles per hour, you just turn it, but boom! Welcome to Albuquerque. Alright, so we're obviously somewhere in America now. Okay. Track design is not fantastic. Yes, we'll just stick to the guardrail. Best way, best solution. In all fairness, I'm getting so far ahead of these other races just because I've adapted to these shit fucking controls. I still smash into things, but it doesn't really hamper me, you know what I mean? That's why I'm not really fucking like smash, but don't really lose speed. I'm consistently keeping my speed. I'm gonna oh no, so it would be cool if we can outlap this dude that's in 6th. But look how far away he is. He's gaining on us. I'm looking at the minimap of the guy I fucked over. It wouldn't surprise me if he's got a little bit of a boost because he's so far behind to try and catch up with us. But then again, by the way, in case you're wondering, the other racers are quite far behind me. Like, oh, I thought the L button might zoom behind me, and it does. There's no one behind me. No one here. It's just me on my own, because they're so far behind. They're too busy fucking each other over to bother with me, even though I'm in first place. They should be trying to catch up to me, set their differences aside just to destroy me or something. I don't know. I also like to point out, right? The minimap shows little dots, and the dot sometimes stays on the road, but more often than not just drifts outside of the road. I really do want to know who developed this game. It's piqued my curiosity. It really has. Because like I said, they go, the controls, you can go, round, round we go. And you got this, like, whatever this music is. Like fucking... It's like shit Dragon Ball Z music. There we go, we'll just be on there. Doesn't it sound like a little bit like shit Dragon Ball Z? Like there's some background music that'd be playing while they're fucking, like, flying through the sky. Something like that. I don't know. Well, we're almost finished the race. The only thing this game has going for it is, like, why did they, like, look at the engine and how this controls. You want to be making a game where you smash into each other. That's what you want to be doing. You don't want to be making this. You really don't want to be making this. Okay. I am very curious about who developed this game, and I'm going to try and see if I can find out. So, see, there is, like, certain things I can do. Now, the game was originally released on the Wii as well. I forgot to say DS and Wii. The DS version says it's developed by Visual Impact. Okay. The Wii version says it was developed by Coke M Interactive. No, Coke M Interactive is just the publisher. Because the Wii version came out in America. What? So the 3DS... I don't know what the fuck is going on with this release. Either way, let's see if we can find out. Aha! Back of the box information, boys. Here we go. By the way, in case you're wondering, I probably will forget who the developer is. And I'll probably just put Storm City Games as the developer. Because I forget. I really do. I should just take notes, but I just can't be bothered. Okay. It is developed by a company called Visual Impact. That is who it's developed by. The only time Visual Impact is actually credited is for the DS version on GameFAQs. And they've developed quite a few games in their time, mainly handhelds. Okay, they did a bunch of Game Boy Color racing games. They did Dracula: The Last Sanctuary, point-and-click game for the PlayStation 1. Kill Switch on the Game Boy Advance. They did the DS version of Burnout Legends. They developed Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam for the Game Boy Advance. Wow, that was a fucking... Okay, so they're a terrible developer then. Holy hell. That was a terrible game. Specifically that version as well was terrible. So yeah, they basically develop shit racing games. Like what? I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I know this developer's long since dead, right? But I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you, like, with these controls, just make a fucking derby game. Literally, a derby game where you can crash into each other, like you see visual damage and whatnot. Like, it's the perfect fucking engine for it. And if you did a game like that for the DS, 3DS, I don't think people would have really... Oh wow. I don't think there's a derby-like game on the 3DS, so you probably would have had a lot of people playing it and be like, oh, that's really cool, that's a really good game. I'm just saying. But what? I guess whatever. That was Race to the Line. Not very good. If repurposed for something else, I think it would be a laugh at least. Good laugh. But as a racing game, it's pretty atrocious. Alright, let's move on to the next game.
The game just featured was Race to the Line for the 3DS, developed by Storm City Games and published by Enjoy Gaming, released in November 2013.
Ridge Racer.
Okay, so this is the next game we're looking at, and that game is Ridge Racer 3D. Holy shit, give me a second, I've just realized something. Okay, I realized I didn't have my controller plugged in, so now I've plugged my controller in, so it should be good. So there, this is Ridge Racer 3D. It pretty much was a launch title for the 3DS, if I remember correctly, alongside games like Asphalt 3D. And it was a much, much better game than Asphalt 3D. From what I heard online, it was a much, much better game. And like I said, it was a 3DS launch title. So it was developed by Zine and obviously published by Namco Bandai Games. It was released in March 22nd, 2011. I'm not familiar with Zine. And clicking on Zine, it doesn't really give me much information. They didn't develop that many games. Recently, they did the Trails of Mana game. So, have they been working on the Trails of Mana game for like a long time? Possibly, because their last game before Trials of Mana was Rhythm Thief and Emperor's Treasure for the 3DS in 2012. So, which is surprising because it seems like these games were received fairly well. That they developed. Oh well. I don't know. So, yeah. They also did in 2010, they did a Con game for the PSP, if you're familiar with that. So, yeah. Well, let's jump in, see what the game's like. As you could see from the intro, it dropped speed a little bit. So, but that's not really an issue. And as always with 3DS games, if I need to show you the bottom screen, I'll simply just flash it up like so. Alright, there we go. Photo? You gonna try and take a picture of me? No! I think I fucking broken it. Yep. So I had to restart the game. I don't want to pick a photo. Me, I guess. No personal me can be found. Good. Select a tag to use as your racer icon. Okay. I don't really care. Are you sure? Yes. Finally! Alright. So let's go to single player and we'll do a standard race. Because I just want to see how the game plays and how it works in the Citra emulator. That's why the video is called Citra Goes to the Races at the end of the day. I got a few. Okay. Midtown Parkway, let's do that one. When the cars get on screen, it's like, Oh, it's not really giving me a choice of what car to pick, by the way. It's like, this is the car you have, deal with it. Okay. Whatever, just next. Next. Let's get into the race. Start race.
Get ready to race.
I'm ready to race. Alright, it seems to give me the controls on the bottom screen as it's loading. That's cool. Got little icons from...
Welcome, racers. Today's race is about to begin.
I'm going up
I
against a
wanna hear
ghost
those
from
engines
Pac-Man. That's not
purr.
good.
Ready? Let's go.
The speed and the frames go down every now and then.
2, 1, go!
Taking your time, aren't you? What's
Oh, there we
wrong?
go.
Engine trouble?
3 laps to go.
Not engine trouble, just need to know how to use the controls. Don't know what the red line's about, but we're not going to ask questions. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, Well, the drifting, drifting's interesting.
This one's yours.
I like the music. Oh god, you go hard on the drift. You go so hard on the drift.
Hang on!
But the game seems to run pretty well. The game looks okay.
You have night.
Oh, hit the side.
Get it. It's getting a little bumpy.
Someone's gaining on you.
Yeah, I can see him smashing into the back of my car.
Neck and neck. Get it!
I think the controls are fine in this. They just take some getting used to, really. They just take some getting used to. I like this. This is cool. If I had a racing game on the 3DS, this would be my first point of call to begin with. But then again, I'm already familiar with Ridge Racer as a series anyway, even if I didn't have it that much when I was a kid. That's a bit interesting. So, that's kind of annoying. I wish it didn't do that.
Watch out!
So, if you turn enough on the analog stick, you'll go into a drift, which is fine, but at the same time, it doesn't work sometimes. I'd rather be able to press the B button to brake and go into a drift instead. Yeah, come on, boy. Because you go sometimes a bit too hard with the drifts. But some people, like Clyde, he just went around that corner normally. But I can't go around that corner normally because if I press on an analog stick in one direction too much, you automatically go into a drift, which is annoying. Which is why I said the brake should be how you go into a drift. I like the drifting though. Seems very over the top, the drifting. But you don't spin out, like, you don't spin massively out. I do like the music though. It seems very fast paced for what it is. I like this. This is cool. As you can see, I'm getting used to the drifting. I just pulled a fucking Takumi move there. Fuck you, cunt. Maybe if I can slam it into me, cunt. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a shame? If we nitrous out of here. Yeah, you go. See, look, that was just a very slight turn on the analog stick, and it's like. And yeah, I personally think the controls are fine. This is probably the best racing game I've played out of all of them so far. Holy shit, can you stop drifting like a fucking madman?
I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, I agree with you. With fucking something like that. Fucking, I think I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, I don't blame. Exactly.
Pretty quick.
Here we go! This is the final corner. Go, go, go!
We'll drift round that corner. You see that? Boom.
It's a new record.
Your driving was a little rough, but you managed to take first
Driving
place anyway.
driving was a little rough.
Replay.
I'm getting used to it. Okay. I think I will call it there. I know I've only done one race, but I'm a bit pressed for time, so. But yeah, if I had this as a kid, I would have loved this. This would be brilliant. The drifting is over the top, which makes me laugh. Could be better, like I said. If they literally allowed me to use the B button or the brake button to cause when drifting happens. Because like I said, if you press too much to the right or the left, look at that, too much to the right or the left, you just drift out of control. And it doesn't really, it's not, I guess it's more realistic, but it's not really helpful in a racing game. Graphically speaking, the game looks pretty good for literally a launch title for the 3DS. Yeah, surprisingly very, very good. Very, very surprised. So yeah, that was Ridge Racer 3D. A really, really good racing game. And I find the music quite good as well, actually. Very fitting for like the action on screen. It feels like real fast-paced action. So yeah. Alright, on to the final game then, shall we? Let's go.
The game just featured was Ridge Racer 3D for the 3DS, developed by Scene and published by Namco Bandai Games, released in March 2011.
Well, I bet you didn't think it was going to go here, did you? Well, unless you're looking at the chapters, I guess. But so yeah, we start the game. We start the video with Aqua Moto Racing 3D, and we end the video with Snow Moto Racing 3D. Which, believe it or not, just like Aqua Moto Racing, also has like a enhanced, I don't know, version that was released across all systems. I don't know. It's really weird. Snow Moto Racing has also got a similar story. So originally came out in 2009 as an iOS game. Then in 2013 they did this version on the 3DS. And then in 2017 they did Snow Moto Racing Freedom, which was released on PC, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. I have no clue. It's just craziness. If I'm honest with you. Craziness. But yeah, well, I guess whatever, innit? Fair enough to them. What else can you say besides that, really? I don't know. I guess it didn't get as much of a release as Aqua Moto Racing Utopia, but whatever. But yeah, so this game is developed and published by Zordix, released in October 17th, 2013 on the Nintendo eShop. So let's dive in and see what it's like. As always, if I feel like I need to show you the bottom screen, I'll just flash it up like so. At the moment, it's asking about the Street Pass. Of course, I'm not going to do the Street Pass. And yeah, it's the same menu layout as Aqua Moto Racing 3D from what I can tell. So, click single player, we'll do a quick race. And we'll do... So, it seems like... Oh, it changes its music depending on what we pick. Interesting. Oh, it has a little thing, little sound that plays when you click on the country. So the countries we have available, just to show you, we have America, Europe, which as you can see it plays a little tune, and we got Asia. It's too bad that we can't do Asia and go to like Fuji Lake and Niseko and Sochi and stuff like that. Obviously we'll only be able to pick America, and obviously we'll only be able to do the first 3 tracks. Now, will I do the first 3 tracks? I don't know, let's just see how we get on. We'll put the AI difficulty on medium again, because it was a bit too easy last time. And let's just jump into it and see what it's like. The bottom screen is, again, just a list of the riders, plus a mini-map, and what lap I'm on and stuff like that. Ooh. What? Oh. That's a interesting camera. So I'm the blue rider, by the way. And I'm in first place. But look at the camera. What is going on with the camera? Why is the camera so far back? Did they not design this game properly? I don't know. It's going to give me a list of tricks? Not really. So this is giving me... Get off me. Oh, this controls not... Alright, Aqua Moto Racing 3D was acceptable in some regards. This controls horribly. It does not control well. Also, in Aqua Moto Racing 3D, the camera was very specific. What the hell is happening to him? Do you see what happened? He tried to go over me. What the fuck? No, it just doesn't control as well. Aqua Moto Racing 3D, not only was the camera actually behind you in that game, unlike this game where it kind of just feebly follows you around. Not very well, though. Oh, the music's on loop. Fantastic. The controls are just not as refined as they are in Aqua Moto Racing 3D. But in Aqua Moto Racing 3D, the controls might have just been that way for a certain reason. But then again, like I said, you're a jet ski in the water, so it makes sense. Like I said, this game, I get over on a fucking snowmobile or whatever the hell it is. But fuck me, it just doesn't control very well. And then it's fucking people keep ramming into me. It's like, go away. I don't see myself winning this race, and I don't see myself wanting to play any more than this race, if I'm honest with you. It's just terrible. It's just nowhere near as good as the previous game, if I'm honest with you. I just want to know the decision behind the camera. The camera just makes no sense to me. Yeah, it's obviously graphically it's about the same as Aqua Moto, really. So I came second. I guess we can do another race, but it is just inferior. The medium's fine for the AI opponents. The main issue, like, the only reason you're not going to win in this game is because of the controls. The controls are weird, really weird. It's hard for me to explain how weird these controls are, but they're just extremely strange. And unlike Aqua Moto Racing 3D, where it had like little tricks in that you could do as well to boost your boost meter, you could say, this doesn't have anything. No tricks, no nothing. Look, you go up there, it doesn't give me anything, by the way. No indication. It doesn't give me anything. No indication, no nothing of... The track design's not particularly good as well, as you can see. But it combines with the camera. The camera is in such an awkward position. Like, it doesn't need to be where it is. I'm having a slightly better go with the controls this time, in a way. But I'm just... I'm not going to do a third race, definitely not. But it is a combination of the cameras of the camera is very poor, very poorly positioned, and very poorly follows you, combined with the fact that the controls are not great anyway, and the track design is not great either. Track design could be better. I'm doing much better in this race now, though, because I've got a little bit of a better understanding of the... Just go out and grab that, yep. I overcharge, I got an achievement, you see that? Well, I'm quite far ahead now. I don't know whether or not they'll be able to catch up to me, but as you can see, like, could you at least make the track a little bit more identifiable? It's the same color as everything else, you know what I mean? Not really doing a good job. I'm so far ahead now, like no one else matters, literally. I might as well just go this way and go, woo, take a shortcut. Because you could technically go wherever you want, as long as you get to the checkpoint. It doesn't really matter. As you saw there. You're now in the final lap. Like I said, as long as you get to the checkpoint, it doesn't really matter what way you take and what you do. I guess that way you could say that there's shortcuts, but they're not really shortcuts because they do the I guess the thicker snow does actually slow you down. So like I hear they would expect you to go around, but what's the point? I'm so far ahead. Who cares? And watch this. I'm gonna now go and I'm gonna purposely go this way, which will slow me down, just to get this. Oh god! I just realised I've completely avoided that checkpoint. Going that way. That's alright. They're too stupid. I say they're not too stupid to catch up with me. Like I said, they're medium difficulty. That's my stupidity that did that, but it's just, yeah. Just the track design could do with being better, if I'm honest with you. Oh, that's it. The red one's trying to catch up with me. He's trying. But there's the finish line. And he ain't catching up with me. And yet I somehow get a bronze medal for coming first? How does that work? Got a bunch of achievements as well. Bank job. Look at all these achievements. I'm rich. How many achievements do you want to give me in one race? Right, I'm done with... I've hit the threshold of 10 minutes for this game. And, yeah, it's just not as good as Aqua Moto Racing 3D. But that ain't really saying much because that one ain't great anyway. You gotta think this is pretty much a port of a mobile game on iOS game to 3DS. So, it's going to limit how good it's going to be regardless. But there you go. Right, I think we'll do a little outro, and then we'll call it there. We had a good day at the races, didn't we? Somewhat. Let's found some decent games here and there. But let's go to the outro.
The game just featured was now Moto Racing 3D for the 3DS, developed and published by Thordix, released in October 2013.
So there we go. That's it. That's Citra goes to the races. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, it was nice looking at some racing games that are compatible with the Citra 3DS emulator. I'm hoping to do more randoms like this. Have a little bit of a theme to them, you know. I think it's just spicing it up because you get tired after a while doing the same kind of videos. It's just how it is. You know, that's at least it is how it is for me. So it is nice to spice things up and do things a little bit differently. So you might see a little bit of a thing in the background there. So yeah, obviously I did try to record footage for Ben 10 Galactic Racing, but like I said, it ran at like 1 frame a second. So I thought I'd overlay it and put it kind of in the background. Kind of put it in the background or something. Of the thumbnail, you know. Sorry, I'm quite tired. So yeah. Again, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it. Tell me what you liked. Any of these games you played yourself. Tell me if you didn't like it. And like, subscribe if you want. And yeah.